Gabriel Puricelli is a political analyst, and he's joining me now from Buenos Aires. Gabriel, good to talk to you. Argentina's ambassador to Britain has said that this referendum is little more than public relations, an exercise in public relations. How do you view it?
Well, in fact, this will only ratify the very well-known position of the people living in the islands. So in that sense, it is true that it won't alter the status quo, it won't alter the Argentine claim, nor will it alter the position of a majority of countries in the United Nations that have been supporting Argentina's call for a bilateral dialogue with the UK since 1965.
Why can't we get those talks going? Bilateral dialogue, that's the only way to really settle this territorial dispute. Why can't we get it going?
Well, basically because there was a war in 1982 that changed the whole game.
Yeah.
Until the military regime of the time in Argentina decided to do what they did. The UK and Argentina had been talking for some time, and the UK was leaning towards some kind of agreement similar to the one that was reached for the Hong Kong territories, and similar to the one that Portugal cut with China for the territory of Macau.
Yeah, so let me take this approach to this. You know, a war was fought. The British won the war. They lost lives on the island in that war, and to the victor goes the spoils. What's wrong with that position?
Well, to the victor goes the spoils is not a principle of international law. International law determines that the victor of a war does not win territorial rights because of victory in battle. Of course, the war was a game changer. Was a foolish decision made by an authoritarian regime, and of course it was not made in consultation with the Argentine people. And the UK has failed to recognize the fact that Argentina returned to democratic rule 30 years ago, and that the claim Argentina makes for bilateral talks is perfectly legitimate, even if it wouldn't lead to a change in an immediate change in the status quo.
Okay, Gabriel, it's clear where you stand on this. One more quick one for you. The islands are expected to start producing crude in 2017, 2019. When you put dollars and cents on the table, could we see this dispute go hot again?
I don't think it will become hot, basically because Argentina doesn't have a powerful army, because Argentina's constitution mandates that anything that is done regarding the islands must be done in a peaceful way. So, of course, we will be hearing a lot of rhetoric, and we've been hearing a lot of rhetoric of late. But the fact that oil was found around the islands means that it's very likely that there is also oil in the surroundings of the Argentine coast, very close to the islands. The Brazilians have found oil in their sea. So for South America as a whole, the issue of oil becomes more important, and that's something that the UK must take into account, because in a few years' time, this won't be just a bilateral issue between Argentina and the UK, but rather between South America and the UK, and South America includes an increasingly big international player as Brazil.
All right, Gabriel, appreciate it. Gabriel Puricelli is a political analyst joining me from Buenos Aires. Thank you, sir.
Thanks for having me.